What is going on, everybody? Back at it again with another YouTube video. And today, it's just I'm going to speak my mind. And for the first time since quarantine has started, sports not being played right now, it's finally getting to me. Now, as you all know, I'm a diehard sports fan. I wouldn't have this account if I wasn't a diehard sports fan. And being, from the Philadelphia area, I don't live in Philly. I live right outside of it in Jersey. And, I'm a season ticket holder for the Sixers. I have partial season tickets for the Phillies. I went to 5 out of the 8 or the 5 out of the 9 Eagles games that were played at the Link last year. And I love the Flyers, and I go to as many games as I possibly can. It's starting to get to me that without sports, it's just become boring. Like, my life has honestly become boring. And I mean, obviously, every part of it has, because I can't go outside that much. I can't do this. I can't do that. And, the main reason why it's now starting to get to me is because now we're in the middle of, we're getting close to summer. I am done school, and I should be at a Phillies game. I should be watching playoff hockey, playoff basketball. And instead, I'm not doing any of that. So really, I just wanted to come on here and talk about what I love most about Philadelphia, why I think Philadelphia is the best sports city in America, in the world, and why I think Philly sports fans are the absolute best. Before I get into all of that, though, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. It helps a lot. It helps push out this content to great Philadelphia fans like yourselves so we can grow this family out. Hit that subscribe button. Help, grow the family. The 4for4 Philly fan family. I love doing this. Every time I see that subscribe button go up, it means a lot to me. We are at 432 subscribers as I'm recording right now. We are almost a third of the way to 500. At 500, I will be doing a Phillies ticket giveaway for whenever they return to play. So, shout out the channel. Tell your family, tell your friends. Tell anybody that loves sports in general. It doesn't have to be Philly sports. I come on here, and yes, I do talk about mainly Philly sports. But, it's just sports in general. Like, if you are a sports fan and you want to get news directly from this team, if it's a Philly team, I will cover it. Flyers, Eagles, Sixers, and Phillies. I cover it all. Now, here's why I think Philly fans are the best, honestly. One, because I am a Phillies fan. And two, we are just passionate. We are a passionate group of people. We love our teams. We will ride and die for our teams through thick and thin. Yes, sometimes it does get rough. You had the process. You had the Dave Hextall years. The Phillies, as of right now. You've had the Eagles with, Kevin Cobb. And, even before I was born, you had them before McNabb. They were a little, they weren't the best. But we are a very loyal group of people. We are. And I love that about this city. You can go to a stadium, not know a single person, and you can be best friends with them. I've made some very good friends off of YouTube, and they are all Philly sports fans. I am friends with other fans. Like, I'm friends with a couple Cowboys fans, some Giants fans. It doesn't have to be just Philly sports. Like, that doesn't even make sense. But when you put in the aspect of it, when you go to a sporting event and it's in Philly, like, I can say this from experience. Last season against the Cubs, when Bryce Harper hit the walk-off, none of my friends wanted to actually go to the game. They thought the tickets were a little bit expensive. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go, have a good time. Stand out in center field on Ashburn Alley and just watch the game. Now, the Phillies were down 5-0 early. It was basically like that all the way up until the 8th and 9th inning, where we all know what happened. But, what's great about it is there was some Phillies fans next to me, and they were having a beer and they were talking, and they were like, "Yo, like who are you here with?" And I was like, "Ah, I'm just here alone." Like we were just talking Philly sports, Philly baseball. I had the preseason game up. That was, I think, a couple months, or like a month after I was at a game alone. We were watching the preseason Eagles game while watching baseball. But that's another thing. You like so before I get into that, when Bryce did hit the walk-off, we were talking for a good 30 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes. We were talking throughout a couple innings. And we were just sitting there, and then we saw Bryce hit the home run. I don't even know these guys. And we just started hugging each other. We started jumping up and down. It was great. I love Philly. I love Philly moments. I've been to a lot of great Philly moments. I've been to the playoffs for the Sixers, for the Flyers, for the Phillies and the Eagles. I've been to every stadium during a playoff game. It is electric. When there is an opposing fan there, it's great. Like you all just I just love Philly. I love Philadelphia. I like to call it my home. Even though I don't live there, I still tend to go there, see myself there, almost every day before quarantine started. I love being excited for a game on like a Wednesday night rivalry night in, the NHL. Then you got like Thursday TNT, primetime games for the NBA. You got MLB Sunday Showdown, and then obviously Monday nights, Thursday night, and Sunday night football, and even Sunday. Every day that I could wake up and have a Philly sports game be played later that day, it's awesome. And I love doing it. I love being excited for a Philadelphia sports game. And it's even better when I'm going. Like an away game, like, all right, yes, like I'm ready for tonight, gonna watch the Flyers play the Lightning or whatever. Then I sit down on my couch and watch the game. And then I post about it later on that evening. But going to the game, going to a Sixers game, the best Sixers game that I went to this past season was probably the Clippers game. The Clippers game was a very good game. You had Marcus Morris and Embiid fighting a little bit towards the end, and then Embiid blocking Morris, to basically seal the win. We beat Kawhi, we beat Paul George, guys that have beaten us in the past in their own ways. We all know how Kawhi beat us. And then last year, actually, Paul George hit a 4-point play to beat us in the Wells Fargo Center. After Jimmy got the steal, made the layup, I really thought we were going to win the game. And then Paul George comes down, hits a 4-point shot, and, seals it for OKC. And, I just have so many memories that I've created with, my friends and my family. And, it's just awesome. It's awesome to go out and, sit down at Citizens Bank Park and watch a baseball game in the Link and be with all them crazy Eagles fans that a lot of people don't like. And, as a Philadelphia sports fan, it's not just Eagles fans that are crazy. Eagles fans are a lot more crazy, it seems like, because we only get, September till February, and then, it's like every other week, basically, we can really tailgate, and we can really be at the Link and party, and just, it takes a lot out of being, like, I don't even know the words, but people dislike Eagles fans the most in Philadelphia because of how crazy they are. I love it. And, we are all, like, Sixers fans are crazy. Flyers fans. If you've never been to a Flyers playoff game, or if you've never seen a Flyers playoff game with the sea of orange in the stands, we're all crazy. Just because it's football makes us a little bit more crazy because it is football. I mean, it's a violent sport. Like, it's football. We all know how football works. But, my best Flyers playoff memory was when Giroux just came down, nailed Crosby, and then scored the goal. Like, it was just an awesome sight. It was an awesome thing to watch as a kid, because I was younger I was obviously younger, and, just watching that, and then the Flyers and the Penguins fights when Scott Hartnell got his hair pulled. It's just great, and I love that I can, pick apart these memories from my childhood and from, even, high school and now college. I can say, like, wow, like, I witnessed that. I saw that live. I was at that game. Like, I saw it with this person. I saw it with that person. And funny thing about the guys at the Cubs game that, we were jumping up and down, hugging each other, I actually saw them at a Mets game later that year, later in that season. And, we picked it up literally right where we left off after the Cubs game ended. We were like, oh, like, how you been? At this point in time, the Phillies were basically out of it, so there was really not much to talk about. But we did end up beating the Mets that day, and who doesn't love beating the New York Mets? Who doesn't love beating that? Beating rivalries, the Cowboys, the Mets, the Nationals, the Braves, the Redskins, the Giants, the Celtics of all teams, the Nets, the Knicks, and then you got like the Penguins, the Devils, the Rangers, the Islanders, the Bruins. Like, it's beautiful. Sports is a beautiful thing, and I love it. And this week has finally gotten to me where I'm saying, wow, I really, really miss sports, and I really want sports to come back. Not only because it is hard to talk about, on YouTube, but who doesn't love a good Philadelphia Phillies game on a warm summer, almost summer night, go home and then do it all again the next day because there's series in baseball. Who doesn't love that? And that's where I'm going to leave it off for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you guys love Philadelphia sports, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I come on here every day, 10 plus minute videos to talk about Philadelphia sports, our beloved Philadelphia city of brotherly love sports teams. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I am out. Peace.